Welcome back. I've been cooking and caramelizing this meat that's in our dish here. And you can see that it's getting noticeably much more brown. So what I want to do now is I want to take this meat and I want to put it off into another dish. Because what I want to do is I want to deglaze this pan with a little bit of brandy. Now brandy is optional. Okay, you don't necessarily need to have brandy in here, but it's always nice to have a little bit of brandy in this dish. It really makes the flavors come together very well. There's a lot of brown fond in this, a lot of good bits of goodness that's partially caramelized at the bottom of your pan, all this stuff here. And by adding brandy to this, it's the process of deglazing. And when you deglaze something, what you want to do is you want to pick up all of that, you want to dissolve all of that nice goodness that's at the bottom of that pan. And that's going to help to build layers and build your sauce. And this is going to be a great, great sauce. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your garlic and your tomato paste and bay leaf and some thyme. We have some fresh thyme. You could use dry thyme, but we have fresh thyme. It's the summer, so we should use some fresh thyme. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub that tomato paste in there and try to caramelize it just a touch, because what I'm doing is I'm building flavors. I'm building flavors again. Okay? Bringing out some of the natural sugars. The acidity of the tomato paste is going to help to bring up more of that fond or that really good tasting brownness at the bottom of the pan. It's going to come up. Okay. At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to add our beef back. Add that back in. We're going to touch a little bit of salt. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our vegetables, we're going to add our vegetables to this. This is going to cook for quite a while, so it's going to take a little bit of time. So we have our carrots and our onions. We're going to saute our carrots and onions in this mix. When you had the meat out, you could have also taken the carrots and onions and started the process there, but we're trying to hurry things up a little bit, and I've already done this ahead to a point, so I can show you after a couple of minutes. Okay, so we're going to continue to go with that. At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to add our red wine. Okay, we'll add our red wine. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to add about a tablespoon of flour. And I just want to mix that in. What I want to do is I want that to get stirred in and try to get as much of that flour onto the beef as possible. Because what's going to happen is this is going to be our thickening agent, and this will cause this to thicken up after it comes out of the oven. Okay, and then we're bringing it to a boil, so you start to see it thicken again. And we're going to add a little bit of beef stock. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of beef stock to this. And at this point, what you would do is you would put it in an oven uncovered, 325 degrees for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out, and we're going to add our bacon to this. Okay, so all of our things are in there. We can add our bacon to it. And then this goes back in the oven with a lid for about an hour, 2 hours. That depends, about 325 hour, 2 hours. Okay, and what you get, pretty much, is something that looks like this. It's been cooked in the oven. We're going to heat this up a little bit. You can see how thick and dark it's gotten. Okay, you see a bay leaf here. We could take the bay leaf out. Okay, we're going to heat this up. We also have some thyme in here we can pull out. All right. And this is very rich. And we're just going to bring this up again to a boil. And the vegetables are cooked really nice. And all of this is done in the oven. Continue to cook that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up this burner here. This other burner, we have an alternative burner here that we're going to use. And what we're going to do with that burner is we're going to take some butter, a couple of pats of butter while this is cooking. Okay. And we're going to take some mushrooms and some pearl onions, and we're going to saute those pearl onions together. And as you can see, this is cooking up and boiling up very well. And the other thing I like to serve with beef Burgundy is rice. So I have some rice here that I cooked with some beef broth. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the plate. Continue to get our beef Burgundy to cook a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting some rice around the perimeter of the plate. So if you're going to serve it for a bunch of people, okay, this off to the side. And you can see that we're sauteing our mushrooms, and you want to get that to a nice caramelized look. And you can see here that I already have some mushrooms and some onions that I've already done ahead of time, and that gets added to this at the end. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've heated this up. We're going to add our caramelized mushrooms and our onions added to this. And what we're going to do is just heat that up and toss it together. You can see how nice and shiny that is. Really nice, nice sauce. Okay. And we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the middle of our rice dish. Right in there. And what we're also going to do is we're going to take some parsley and we're going to chop up some fresh parsley just for some color. It also adds some flavor as well. And we're just going to put that over the top, and we can also dot some around the perimeter to bring out the white of the plate. And there you have it, a classic beef Burgundy, thanks to Julia Child.